You know your local supermarket, right? It's one of those places that feels so familiar, so permanent. But what if I told you that this everyday space is right on the verge of a massive technological revolution? And I mean one that will completely reshape every single job inside it. We're talking about artificial intelligence, and trust me, its impact is going to be faster and way more profound than you can probably imagine.
Now, this whole transformation isn't going to happen overnight. It's really a journey, and it happens in three pretty distinct phases. First, right now until about 2030, we're living in what we'll call the age of efficiency. This is driven by the kind of AI we already have. But then, from 2030 on, things get really interesting with the age of autonomy. And after that, starting around 2040, we hit a future that honestly sounds like science fiction. The end of labor.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll set the stage. Then, we're going to walk through each of these three eras, ANI, AGI, and ASI, to see exactly how jobs are going to change. And finally, we'll wrap up by looking at what this all means for us. What's the new human role in all this?
We're using the supermarket as our guide for this whole journey. And why? Well, it's the perfect case study. It's a place we all know, and it lets us see how AI is going to take us from just making things a little bit better to completely transforming our entire world.
Okay, let's dive right in with stage one, which is happening as we speak and will be for the rest of this decade. This is the era of artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. And the best way to think about it is AI as an incredibly powerful tool.
So, what exactly is ANI? Just think of it as a specialist. It's a genius at one specific thing, like predicting how many avocados to order or recognizing items at self-checkout or even writing up some ad copy. It can do that one task way better than any human. But, and this is the key, it can't think outside that very narrow box. It's here to optimize what we already do, not invent whole new ways of doing things.
And you can see exactly how it works right here. Take a look at the role of a buyer. The AI handles all the boring, repetitive demand forecasting. That frees up the human to go out and find cool, new, interesting products. Or look at marketing. The AI can churn out a first draft, while the human gets to focus on the big picture brand strategy. You see the pattern, right? All the repetitive, data-heavy tasks get automated, which pushes our human work toward creativity, strategy, and that all-important personal touch.
Okay, so how do you actually succeed in this new world? Well, there are really three clear paths forward. One, you can become an AI operator. You're the person managing the tool, making sure its outputs are actually good. Two, you can be a food concierge, offering that personal, trusted advice that an AI just can't fake. Or three, you become an experience producer, and you turn the whole store into a destination, a community hub.
This is really the core idea you've got to get for the next decade. The game is just not about being faster or remembering more stuff than a computer. It's about doubling down on the things that make us human: empathy, real creativity, and the ability to lead other people.
But that's just the beginning. Starting around 2030, we enter a whole new phase, the age of autonomy. And this isn't just a small upgrade, it's a massive leap. This is where AI stops being a tool we use and starts becoming an autonomous agent that acts all on its own.
And this is AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. Now, remember how ANI was a specialist? Well, AGI is a total generalist. We're talking about an AI with the same kind of cognitive abilities as a human. It can learn, it can reason, it can apply what it knows to totally new problems. It doesn't just perform a task, it can understand and perform an entire job. And the impact of AGI? Well, as you can see, it's a whole different level. We're not talking about automating tasks anymore. We're talking about automating entire professions. The buyer's role? Pretty much gone. The store manager? Replaced by an AI system administrator somewhere else. Even a highly skilled job like a chef filleting a fish can be done with superhuman precision by a robot powered by AGI.
So, if AGI is handling all the intelligence and the skills, what's left for us? Our value has to shift again, and this time it goes completely into the emotional and ethical side of things. Our jobs become about building community, providing that genuine human warmth that a logical AI just can't, making sure the AI's decisions are fair, and basically turning the chore of shopping into pure entertainment.
And this all leads to a really profound question. I mean, if AI can do our jobs, use our skills, and even think like we do, what's left for us? What could possibly come next?
And this brings us to the final and, frankly, pretty mind-bending stage, which could emerge around 2040.
This is the era of ASI, or artificial superintelligence. And this is where the very idea of a supermarket or a supply chain or even work itself just gets completely redefined. To even wrap your head around this era, you have to understand its key technology: autonomous nanorobots. I want you to imagine trillions of microscopic robots, all controlled by this superintelligent AI that can literally build and rearrange matter atom by atom. This isn't just an AI with a brain anymore. This is an AI with countless microscopic hands that can reshape physical reality itself.
And look at the consequences of that. Step 1, spoilage is a thing of the past. Nanobots inside the food are constantly repairing it, so expiration dates become totally meaningless. Step 2, production happens on demand. You don't pick a tomato from a bin. Nanobots build a perfect one for you right there on the shelf, probably from molecules in the air. And finally, the store is always perfectly molecularly clean.
The conclusion here is pretty stark, and you just can't avoid it. In a world like this, every single role becomes obsolete. Logistics, stocking, checkout, management, it's all handled by the ASI and its nanobots. The very concept of employment as we understand it, well, within this system, it just disappears.
So what in the world is left for us in a world of perfect, automated efficiency? Well, the only roles that remain are the ones centered on creating meaning. We become designers of joyful, beautifully inefficient human experiences, like cooking a meal together over real fire. We become leaders who create deep existential bonds by bringing people together. And we become the guardians of human culture, of beauty, and of our values.
Okay, let's pull all of this together and just take one last look at the complete evolutionary path we've just traveled, for both AI and for humanity's role right there alongside it.
This table just lays out our whole journey perfectly. If you look at the AI's role row, you can see it evolve from a simple task optimizer to an autonomous decision maker, and finally to a controller of the physical world. And right below that in the human role row, you see our value shift in response, from managing tools to providing emotional care, and ultimately to just creating meaning and purpose.
And that leaves us with this one final, pretty powerful thought. In a world where technology can provide everything we could ever need, our ultimate value, our survival strategy, isn't about what we can do, but about who we are. It's about the warmth, the stories, the connections that only a human can provide. The real question for all of us is, are we ready to start polishing them?